I was getting scared. I was like, "Wow! When I get home, I will get some hearing there." Yeah, but we never discussed it, thanks God, and I don't ask the question. I don't want the answer, So. I'm unemployed in the moment, so no. I ran the Haas team the last 10 years until beginning of 24, Haas F1 Team. Worked in motorsport since 1986. Been through rallying, Formula One, done a little bit of everything. Moved to the United States to start up a NASCAR team, which is a racing series in the US, the biggest one in the US for Red Bull. I worked for Red Bull. I worked for a lot of people. And I just became, because I think I've been in so long in motorsport, if you go to me to any racing event, every second person, if not everyone, knows me. It's one of these things. It's just like if you're around long enough, people get to know you. So, and last year I started after I fell out with the owner of Haas F1, and I left the team. I started to do TV work. I have written 2 books with a ghostwriter. I think the first one is the best-selling motorsport book ever. I never wanted to do a book. I was convinced to do a book. They had to convince me. And then I'm doing a book tour. I started to do a book tour for my second book, which came out October last year. And I'm still on that book tour, which never seems to be finishing because people want more stories of my lives. Because for me, it seems like a pretty normal life. But everybody, when I tell them the stories, when I told the ghostwriter the story, said, "Are you making this up?" No, this happened. Why is it so strange? People think it's strange things I did, but anyway, for me they seem very normal. But as I said, I never won a world championship. I finished twice. I finished second in rallying in the world championship, but we never won one Italian championship because I ran an Italian rally team as well. But no, and now I'm doing the book tour. I'm doing TV work in Miami. I was ambassador of the Miami GP and did work for the French TV. Even if I don't speak French, but hey, they translate it for me. And then I do the races for one of the broadcasters in Germany. They've got 7 races. I speak German, by the way, that helps with them. And I did Australian TV in Australia. They've got only 1 race. So no, I'm keeping busy, keeping out of trouble, and I always work on projects. And I own also my own company. Almost forgot about that one. I set up a company 16 years ago in North America. My business partner is running it now. I'm a majority shareholder. We have got about 300 people now working there in composites. I think we are the leader in America now. So, I just keep on doing things and enjoy every bit of it. When you look for your drivers, what you want that they fit into the team, that they work for the team, because drivers and every athlete, as Helen said, they can be very egoistic sometimes, and that doesn't fit a team, especially a Formula One team, because a Formula One team, the big teams have got 800 people working there, and I always tell everybody, including the drivers, you are just, and just is not diminishing them, a part of the team. You're not that team, because you without the other 799 are nobody, So you are part of the team and you need to work for the team. Some drivers got it. Some driver thinks they're above it. I'm the driver, I'm the athlete, I'm number one. All the other ones just work at the team in a bad way, So that's what I always looked in the drivers, and I normally looked in that one also all the team members. That, for example, one thing to pick the right people. What I always did, and Haas F1 was not 800 people. We were about 200, 250. When we employed them, the engineers, the mechanics, the commercial people, I interviewed all of them at the end myself before taking them on. But I was not looking if they could do the job. I was sure they can do the job because they went through the stages with the people they're going to work for, with the managers. But I wanted just to get a feel if they fit in the team, that they work for the team. Because you can have the best engineer, a nerd, a very bright mind. If he cannot work with the other ones, it's a waste of a talent for him, and a waste of cost for the team, because he doesn't contribute like maybe the guy which is not as bright or as good in engineering, but he works with the other one and they bring it together. And that's what I always try to do, to find the right people. And between the drivers in Formula One, you've got two, and they compete with each other, because the first driver you want to beat is your teammate, because you've got the same equipment. With the other drivers, you can always say, oh, he had the better car. It's a good excuse to have, you know. There's a lot of them around in F1, you know. Oh, I cannot do this because he's got the better car. But anyway, I always told them, you need to respect each other. And that also in the team. You cannot have these people which disrespect somebody which is in a lower rank or doing a lesser job, or he thinks he's doing a lesser job, because in a team there is no lesser job. Every job is as important as the big one, you know, if you see it right. And that's what I always look for, just mainly the respect between all of them. Yeah, it's as you say, it's quite demanding, and it was during my time there that the races increased, and at some stage people struggled to do them all. You know, as you say, they got worn out. There was triple headers coming in, which is 3 races in a row, and some people are out for a month away from home. It is very difficult to do, and for me, the only thing, you always try to listen to people and see. Obviously, every company has got a limit, you know, a limitation financially, it's normally, you know, where the limitation is, and the race team is nothing else than that. So the big teams could afford to rotate the people a lot more. But as long as the guys and the girls see that you're trying to do the best for them, that to making their life more livable, you know, like when there was less races, the mechanics, they shared the room, you know, was normal. But then when you go to 24 races and you have no privacy at all in your life, when you go in the same car to the racetrack, at the racetrack together, you go back home because they eat together as well at the racetrack, and then you're in the same hotel room. If they want to phone their children or their wife, they have no privacy, they need to go out on the corridor. You know, it really, the little things which gets them, and you need to understand that, and you need to listen to people, what actually are the problems you can solve. You know, getting them single rooms, in the end, that was a mission for me, to find the money to do it, because it was important to me to do. Obviously, it would be good if everybody could fly business. You cannot do that. It's not only financial, there is not enough seats on a plane, in the planes for all flying business, the F1 circus, but you try to, the coordinator, the travel coordinator tries to swap that they've got window seats or idle seats, but little things. But when they feel that you look after them, there's a lot more energy in them, because when they feel neglected and nobody cares about them, that takes you down. When they see the boss actually tries to help, you know, tries to find solution with the other people to do it, that is what motivates them. And then obviously at some stage then we started also try to rotate a little bit, and some people actually don't want to rotate. They want to go to every race because they love the team so much, and then you just try to make it as good as possible for them. But always, for me, it was always listen that because you can imagine you've got a lot of complaining about a lot of nothing, because one doesn't like spaghetti, but wants a shepherd pie or something, you know. You listen to that as well, that they get the food they want. And, you know, if you're running an English team, you need to have an English breakfast with mechanics, otherwise they don't go to work, by the way, you know. But little things like this, you need to help them, and you listen. That's what makes them tick, you know. And as long as you do that, I think I always kept them as motivated, as good as I could. Yeah, it has changed quite a lot, and I didn't see it. I never watched it, and I'm not going to watch it. It's one of these things I don't want to do. I don't like to watch myself to start off with, and then when it came out, when there was the premiere, it was before an F1 commission meeting, which is all the team principals, the president of the FIA and the CEO of FOM. They watched it the night before. I came in from the States again, straight into the meeting, and they all had a comment about it. And obviously, I know how I behave, you know, but I was not aware that they put it in the series, and they told me. And everybody's like, hey, you know what you do there, and I was like, wow, I don't want to speak about this, you know. It's to make me feel uncomfortable. It takes something, to be honest, you know. I'm pretty calm, you know, but and there and then I decided I'm not gonna watch it, so I don't have to debate it with people if it is wrong or right, you know. It's hey, I don't know about it because I haven't seen it, you know, and go off and you know, my family, my wife, I was getting scared. I was like, whoa, when I get home, I will get some hearing there, yeah. But we never discussed it, thanks God, you know, and I don't ask the question. I don't want the answer, you know. So, but also the other thing is, I didn't want to change. Going back to your question, you know, Because when I watch myself, and an actor watches himself, not all of them I was told because I asked a little bit, but most of them watch themselves to be better next time. I'm not an actor. I don't need to be different, better, worse. So, because if I would watch myself, for sure, next time I see a camera, I would get like, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. So I said, I don't do it, so that I don't overthink it, I don't waste my energy, I go to work. If they film me doing what I'm doing, fine. If somebody doesn't like it, I've got one suggestion: switch the TV off. It's as simple as this. And I respect everybody, but I just didn't watch it. So it has changed my life. Obviously you're more recognized. I mean, in the motorsport, people knew me, but now, I walk around and people ask for selfies. But you guys are, you are real stars, because you won something. I didn't win anything, I just did a lot of casting on a TV series, So, but for you guys, it must be, people recognize you. But it's like a privilege, as you said. We had a good life. I'm happy everything I did, And if somebody wants a selfie with me, yeah, that's fine with me. 5 seconds of my life, and if I make somebody happy, that's good with me. Did it change F1? It helped a lot to take a new demographic to F1, young people and female mainly, so that helped a lot.